Hello, Eurovision fans. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Today I want to rate and talk about the Greek entry for Eurovision 2023, which is Victor Vernicos with his song What They Say, which he has written himself. And that's quite impressive because he's only 16 years old. He has been writing songs since he was 11. Quite impressive. Now, I will be looking at different aspects of the song and performance, giving points, as always. And also, as always, I will predict how Greece will do in Eurovision, whether they can qualify. Now, the first aspect I always look at are the lyrics of the song, usually in more detail if the song is in a national language. However, he has a lot of problem with diction, I think. It's very mumbled. I had a lot of trouble understanding what he was actually saying or singing about in the first few listens I had of the song. So I thought it might be a good idea to look at the lyrics together to know what the song is about. Now, he sings, "Not afraid of the pain they're giving, anxious the way I'm breathing, can't say that I am longing for another day to break my spirit." I don't know whether it's because he looks so young and he has shorts on which in some countries is like a school uniform, but I immediately thought of mobbing at school. Maybe they who are giving him pain are his schoolmates. Another day to break my spirit, another day at school, maybe. But then he continues, "Insane and I can tell who's winning. Wish this was something I could just ignore." And there I thought maybe he's talking about his demons, about negative feelings. He wants to think of something else, but they keep popping up and he keeps thinking of them. So I think it might be about mental health. Then he continues, "Well, you know what they say, the lost souls make sure no one loses their way. Hurt ones can't stand seeing others in pain. Oh, I am both now." So he's both a lost soul and hurt. Quite dramatic lyrics at this point. And then there are lots of references, I think, to different mental health struggles in the lyrics, because he sings, "Feet start to shake, heart starts to ache, can't focus, panic, I lay on the floor," which to me sounds very much like a panic attack. Then he says, "Anxious the way I'm breathing." And of course, breathing is something you always work on, for example, in meditation, to relax, to calm yourself down. And apparently his breathing is making him anxious instead of relaxed, so he has to work on that. And then, "I hate my feelings, I'm overwhelmed and heated. I got too much on my plate. And I save all the others because for me it's two," and he doesn't actually say delayed, which I think creates an interesting tension that I like very, very much. But he has a lot on his plate. It's too late for him. And then he also says, "I'm drowning time, quicksand of life. We don't live to die." So I take this like looking for the meaning of life, trying not to squander time, but you don't really know what to do. Really deep lyrics, I think. They feel like excerpts in some ways, and in the beginning I found that a bit irritating, to be honest, that he doesn't finish some of the thoughts. But later on, thinking about it, I thought maybe it's how the mind works, how, one thought pops up, you don't really think it till the end because something else already has popped up and you have thought of something else. So I do really like these lyrics, I have to say, and that's why I'm giving 4 out of 5 points for the lyrics. The voice, I mean, it's a bit like I've said with Switzerland, and I do think that these entries are quite similar. He has a very deep, resonant, strong voice, which doesn't really fit his age at all, so it's really impressive. He sounds even more like Dermot Kennedy. I already said that for Switzerland, but he sounds even more like that. As I said, his diction is a bit horrific, to be honest. He has to work on that. His style of singing is very modern, but this whole where it's all in the front of the mouth, I don't really like that sometimes. But I have also seen live performances in TV studios, different kinds of performances. He always sounds on point. His voice is always impressive, so I think we can expect a good live vocal from him, which wasn't clear because this is a music video. But all in all, considering everything, I'm giving 3.5 points for the voice, if he improves diction and his singing style, make it a bit more clear, I think he could get even more points, at least from me. Now, the performer in the music video, he comes across as really likable. Like with Switzerland, there's a bit of a tension between his very young looks and the voice that is coming out of him, which I think will create an interesting tension for viewers and which will make him quite memorable to viewers, unless Switzerland also makes it to the final. I think he is emoting really well in the music video. You've noticed that it's something that he has really felt. He has written the song, so it helps him really get into these emotions that he's singing about. I really like that. And he also seems energetic. His movements sometimes seem a bit awkward, but that makes it charming in a way as well. But a bit too awkward at times. He can improve on that. I do like him quite a lot, so I'm giving 4 out of 5 points for the performer. Now, the music video, usually I like to rate the staging for this song, which in this case is not possible because it's only a music video. But sometimes, for example, in the case of France, they're quite well done and you can kind of predict what the staging will look like. In this case, I really, really hope this is not the staging. The video is quite bad. It seems out of sync. The audio and the video seem out of sync. His lip movement doesn't really match the song that is playing. So I think they could have improved that quite a bit before publishing it, I have to say. There are a few good ideas there, like having water pour down on him is a good symbol for mental health struggles, maybe. But the execution is not really good. The couch, I don't know. He saves it a bit with his emotions, the emotions that come across, but really not a good music video. I do think that they can come up with an interesting staging because Greece has produced stagings that people have really, really liked. I'm not usually one of these people, at least in the last 2 years. I didn't really feel the stagings that much, but I think they can come up with something. There's this part in the song where there's clapping, so he can do that. And I've seen him a lot in the live performances that I've seen with a guitar, and I think that could help make the song feel more intimate. So, but for now, I can only give 1.5 points because the music video is just not good. Now, the song is usually right up my alley. I like these kinds of songs. There's guitars. I love acoustic guitars. The bridge, which seems a bit long until the chorus kicks in, and then it just repeats the same formula again. And I feel like it takes a bit too long and is a bit too repetitive until the clapping part and the real climax starts to happen. It might need too long to get to that part, I think, for people to keep interest. I saw a few reaction videos where people said, I'm losing interest already after the 2nd minute. So yeah, missing that a little bit, a hook or something that keeps you interested. But I do like the melody. As I said, I love acoustic guitars. I like the feel of it. It seems very radio friendly, which in Eurovision is not always a good thing. Like it's something that is not very catchy, but it's also something that no one will hate this. No one will think this is horrible, but I think no one might, or not too many people would love it. And in Eurovision, you really need 10% of people to love it. If the other 90% hate it, it doesn't matter. You need people to pick up the phone and vote. And this might not be it, unfortunately. I'm a bit sad that Greece has gone with this standard English pop songs. They used to send traditional songs. I like that a bit more. I would love this song a lot more in Greek, I think, even. And I probably would have understood a bit more of what he was singing. I'm giving 4 out of 5. I had it at 3, then I had it at 3.5. And at the end of the day, this day, where I've listened to it quite a few times, I'm arriving at 4 because it's just this kind of song that I really like. Now, the song weighs more for the overall points, which are 3.5 points for Greece. Now, before I tell you my prediction, please subscribe to this channel if you want more videos like this one. I'm gonna try to improve the lighting. I don't know what is happening today, but it's not that great. Anyway, subscribe. It's gonna get better, promise. And I'm reviewing the songs of 2023. I do lyric interpretation videos, videos on Eurovision history. There's a lot to discover, so please subscribe. And for the prediction, Greece is in semifinal 2, which is good for them. They also have Cyprus in that semifinal to help them a bit. Albania is in that semifinal, which might help. So I do think that Greece is going to qualify more easily than Switzerland in semifinal 1, I think. However, it might get completely lost in the final because there are better ballads, there are more catchy pop songs. I don't know. It kind of depends on the performance and the staging, of course, but I think this might get lost. The whole story and the way he performs is not that different from Molly Harris, and we know how that turned out in the end. Unfortunately, he's not going to come last, but yeah, I think top 20 is the best he can hope for, unfortunately. Let me know in the comments if you're of a different opinion. Do you think Greece will do much better? Do you like the song? Is there something in the lyrics that I'm missing, an interpretation? Or is there something that you really love about the song, really hate about the song? Let me know. And please subscribe, and I'll see you for my next video. Bye-bye.